Hi, my name is Darnisha. I live in Oakland, California, and
And
today
today
I'm
I'm
going to
going to
show
show
you
you
how
how
to
to
make
make
curry
curry
chicken.
chicken.
It's
It's
a
a
great
great
recipe
recipe
I
I
learned
learned
from
from
some
some
good
good
friends
friends
of
of
mine,
mine, and
and hopefully
hopefully
you'll
you'll
like
like
it
it
too.
too. The ingredients to this dish are chicken, or you can use lamb, turkey, whatever kind of meat you're comfortable with, a masala mix, and a spice mix, which I'm going to tell you the ingredients to on the next slide. Garlic, ginger, hot peppers, cauliflower, potatoes, tomatoes, onions, and what I didn't write on that list is mushrooms. So those are your basic ingredients. So next, I'm going to describe to you what the masala mix consists of. The masala spice mix consists of Punjabi, garam masala, coriander, and turmeric powder. And you combine all of those together, and you can save it for quite a long time in a bag or in a jar. The spice mix includes black mustard seed, chili powder, cumin seed, and methi seed, which is a part of the fenugreek plant. And I bought most of these spices at a imported food store because I live in the Bay Area and you have such a wonderful selection of things. So this is just a picture of the beautifully brightly colored ingredients. So you're going to take your onions and you're going to want to chop your onions, slice your onions. Not too big, but not too small either. They're going to cook down very nicely, so you're not going to have to worry about biting into a great big chunk of onion in your dish. Next, you're going to take your garlic, then your dried peppers, and your ginger, and put it in your food processor and put that aside for later. So I'm using ghee to cook with. You can cook with vegetable oil, you can cook with olive oil, but for this recipe for me, I'm going to take some ghee, add my onions, and then that wonderful spice mixture. And when you add that, you're going to stir it up, and your whole house is going to start smelling really, really lovely right about now. And this is what it looks like, those onions look like. So while those onions are cooking a bit with those spices, you're going to take your chicken and chop your chicken up. You can make sure you chop like your breast pieces. For us, we'll chop those into a number of smaller pieces, or you can even just chop the entire chicken up into small pieces, whatever suits you. By now, your onions ought to be looking like this. When they're looking like that, you add that chicken and stir it up and get ready to chop a few additional ingredients that you're going to add to this mix. So that's what your dish is looking like right about now. So I'm going to take some tomatoes and chop them up and put them aside. I'm going to take some cilantro and chop it up and put it aside. And I'm also going to take some curry leaf and grind that curry leaf in a mortar and pestle. So that's what your curry leaf looks like when it's dry, and that's a fresh leaf that I purchased and let it dry in my windowsill. So you're going to take your mortar and pestle and you're going to want to grind that down to a fine powder. And once you grind it, you're going to start smelling that wonderful aroma that comes from that leaf. And this is what it looks like when it's all ground down. Now it's time for us to grab that mixture that we've pulsed in the food processor, your garlic, your peppers, and your ginger. And you're going to add that to your chicken. Your chicken's probably been on about 5 minutes now. You see the juice is starting to form from the chicken. You're going to add your curry mixture, or your seasoning mixture, the garam masala, coriander, turmeric powder mixture. And then you're going to add some turmeric. And the turmeric not only gives it a flavor, but it also gives it that wonderful, vibrant yellow color that you're used to seeing with curry dishes. That yellow that doesn't come out of your clothes if you're greedy and you spill it down the front of your shirt. So there's your potatoes. And you're going to add those potatoes to the mix. And while the potatoes are starting to cook down, also not taking very long to cook down, you're going to chop up your vegetables. That's cauliflower, got some broccoli, and I've also chopped up some cremini mushrooms, I believe they are. So chop all that up, and then you're going to add it all to the pot. Once you add all of those vegetables, you're just about finished with your meal. We like lots of cauliflower and lots of broccoli at our house, and it doesn't take very long for it to cook. So that's why you're adding it to the end of the recipe. You don't want it to overcook and become mushy. It only needs maybe 5 minutes or so, and it'll be ready for your family to eat. Next, you're going to take your tomatoes and your cilantro. And again, these things need even less time to cook than those vegetables that you just added. And there's your curry leaf that you're going to add to the end. Stir all of those things up, and you've got a completed meal. This is what it looks like when you put it on the plate.